All right, part two of narcissist parents. Continuing on our last train of thought on narcissist parent wanting extra credit for doing the required. When you take a test and you don't do the extra credit, guess what? You don't get extra credit for that. But a narcissist parent can do the most ordinary thing. Oh, I gave the child 3 meals a day. And they will actually go and call themselves bragging to other people. I gave this child 3 meals a day. I washed the child up. I took the child to school. Dog, that's what parents do. That's what parents do. But a narcissist will say that not to say, I've done what I'm supposed to do. Like Jesus said, when you've done what you're supposed to do, don't go and brag and say you're great. Um, Say I've done what servants do. That's the true attitude. You did what you were supposed to do. You did what was required before. A narcissistic parent with so-called narcissistic personality disorder, which I believe is nothing other than demon possession, they're gonna brag on that. They'll say something like, I did the work that the teacher was supposed to do. I'm the one that taught the kid this. I'm the one. I mean, that's what parents do. Parents teach. That's why you went to school to learn something. So when you have kids, you'll be able to teach them. That's nothing special. Narcissists always want to paint themselves as special. And believe me, when you get to really know one or know them, they're anything but special. They're actually less than special. They are less than average. They are mediocre. And that's why they put up such a hard front trying to appear special. Because they know if they don't try to appear special and people just see them for what they are, they're ordinary. A narcissist woman will use all kind of sexual innuendo and cleavage and switching and all kind of things like that, and talk dirty and lick her lips and do a bunch of silly stuff trying to look sexy and look pretty. But the reality is she probably is ugly, has a flat butt, nothing special, nothing to offer a man, no real wife skills, no real mother skills, but got to do all that extra stuff. And we'll get down for sure. We'll get down. We'll sleep with anybody, male or female, without discrimination. Doesn't make a difference. Anything to self please, anything to please themselves, because that's what they're all about, their own pleasure, not really loving people. They don't love people, they love themselves. And yet they know how weak they are, so they're always out throwing out trick bags, always throwing traps and nets and pits. Because if they don't do that, they know if it's even Steven, they can't beat anybody at anything. So they always got to try to think 100 steps ahead to trick somebody into something, to trick somebody into a marriage, to trick somebody into dealing with them, to try to be cool, with a person's friends as a way of getting the attention of the person. You can be cool with my mom. It don't make a difference. If I don't like you, it doesn't matter who you're cool with. Nobody in the world that I know can make you cool to me if I don't like you. And narcissists, again, they try to gather communities. What's sometimes referred to in the literature and on video, such as this one, as flying monkeys. You could dump a narcissist, and they'll still try to be cool with your family. They'll be calling your mama more than they did when you actually were in a relationship with you. They'd be calling your father. They'd be calling your cousins. Oh yeah, I talked to so and so. Don't forget to call her. It's her birthday. It's like, really? Okay, that's my family, but I need you to remind me that it's his birthday. That's what I'm talking about. It's the silly, ignorant, foolish, devilish, demonic, satanic stuff that a narcissist does. Still trying to be down because they don't have a family. Because they can't be family. Family is not just blood. Family is a spirit. Family is how you love people. Family is loyalty. But narcissists are not loyal to anybody. They're not. They're not. They're all about themselves. Whoever they can use at the time, they're users. And a lot of times the background is because they've been used. And instead of them learning the lesson about how bad it felt for them to be used, they turn around and say, "Oh, well, if I was used, everybody's a user, so I'm gonna be a user too, because I'm gonna be on the unpainful side of being used." Rather than say, "Hey, I would never do that to anybody. I would never do what my parents did to me. I would never do what this man did to me or this woman did to me." They turn around and become the abuser because they've been abused. And a lot of them have been abused, particularly by parents who used them or dumped them or threw them away or gave them to other people. So now, how do they treat their kids? They treat their kids as objects, and they see it as special if they give them food. They see it as special if they give them drink. They see it as special if they teach them. That's what real parents do. But because in many cases their parents didn't do that, now they hold that up as worthy of a trophy. No, that's just parenting 101. Nothing special. So shut up talking about you did something special, because you didn't. You did what real parents do every day, all day, and not even looking for credit for it. But a narcissist want to say they did it all. And what's so funny is, um, so many narcissists want to talk about what all they did as a parent, but they're still begging other people to give them money to raise their own kids. If you're God and you can do it all by yourself, do it by yourself. It's funny how some narcissists want other people to contribute money to them on a regular basis to help them raise their kids that they're claiming all the credit for. If it's all your credit, it's all your responsibility. That's how it rolls. You can't take 100% credit for something and not bear 100% responsibility. If you don't bear 100% responsibility, then you don't get 100% credit. Let's face reality. None of us in this life who accomplish anything of value accomplish it by ourselves. Period. None of us in this life who accomplish anything of value accomplish it by ourselves. We all have received help. We all receive help right now, and we all will need help in the future. That's a part of the human condition and the human reality. But a narcissist doesn't want to do that. They're the kind of people who put on the victim game and say, "I did it all by myself." No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Shut up with the lying. You didn't do anything by yourself. And that's what's so funny when you see narcissists begging many times in a co-parenting situation with narcissists. The narcissist is begging the other parent, more money. Every complaint is about money. But then they'll turn around and say what all they did, and they did everything for the kid by themselves. Well, if you do it all by yourself, pay for it all by yourself. Simple as that. So, narcissists, again, they're terrible parents. They're terrible parents. They take all the credit. They do as little as possible. They are as lazy as possible. For example, they cook as little as possible. They rather throw some fast food at the kid, tell them shut up, get in the corner, put no kind of love into food and cooking, and it's just processed food. Throw some in the oven, throw some in the microwave, run to a fast food place. Nothing that's going to take time, because they don't really see the kid is worth it. The kid is only worth something to them if it's giving them credit or getting money. And many times narcissist parents use their kids for money. They're going to throw the biggest birthday they can. They're not going to throw it for the kid. They're throwing it for themselves to get the money. And they're going to invite people who are not even close to the kid's age. Kid could be 10 years old. They're inviting 50, 60, 70, 80-year-olds just because they want the money. The kid is looking like, hold on, where are my friends? No, because it's not about you. It's about the narcissist parent who's using you just for money. So I said, I have no respect for narcissists whatsoever, flat out. I said it, I'll say it again. And no one who's a narcissist should have a parent. If you're a narcissist, don't have sex with them. Um, don't have anything to do with them, because they are terrible parents and terrible co-parents. They use and abuse children. Period. Stay away from them, and that's it. Don't even listen to them crying about they want credit for doing the normal. Do the normal, then you get the same credit every parent does. You did what you were supposed to do. Period.